War.
Oh yeah.
And they left out letters, so it's Darth Vader, @Driver, and Che Baca. And you remember the troops that Darth Vader led to invade the base, the rebel base at Hoth?
Yeah.
The
the blue guys. Yeah. I remember them. The Smurf.
The blue stars. Yeah. Well, we all remember the blue stars. Yeah. But I think my favorite, because of the photo on the card, is the Imperial gunner at the controls of the most powerful weapon in the galaxy, the laser cannon that destroyed a planet,
there I am.
which amazingly looks like a 1980s calculator.
He looks like the guy from Black Hole.
Well, yeah, he does, yeah. So some Turkish fans got in touch with me not too long ago. It was their uncle who took all of these photos.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I gotta ask, did you ever find the calculator? And they said, no, we have looked. Because their uncle passed away. No, we have looked. Now, the Russians didn't bother to paint their action figures. The Polish shouldn't have bothered to paint their action figures. And frankly, in Mexico, they just shouldn't have bothered at all.
Wow.
The worst stuff. This is from Hungary, and this is one of 3 rare window displays of bootleg figures. And you can see how carefully it's put, beautifully, it's mounted and everything. And I found this friends of mine, dealer friends of mine, at a show in the 80s, and I said, well, how much? And they said, 125. And I said, they're bootleg. And I said, no, I'll pass. And then walked around the whole show, money burning a hole in my pocket. There was nothing to buy, and I went back to them and said, couldn't you do better? No, we can't do any better. So I bought them. I don't know why I bought them. Somebody's offered me $5,000 for
those guys.
There are crazier people.
I shudder to think
I
the
am.
amount of things that you have, like decided not to buy and then now regret after all.
Yeah, there was the famous Vlix figure from Brazil. It was one of the secondary season characters that Kenner was going to produce and never did, but that was the one that got furthest along, had a mold made. And in Brazil, Glaslite produced it in 1988 in very limited numbers. But I already had bought the complete set of Ewoks and Droids figures that weren't produced from, and it was the most money I had ever spent at the time on a single Star Wars purchase. And so a friend called me and said, I've got a Vlix on a card, are you interested? And I said, well, how much? And he said, well, $600. And I said, you know what, if I didn't already have one, I mean, it's a little high, I'll pass, thanks. A couple of years later, I heard of one, it wasn't that one, I know who he sold it to. Sold for $15,000 back in the day, years ago. So yeah, you never know. Yes, I have.
So the few here.
You know the phrase "thank the maker," which 3PO uses when he gets in the oil bath, and fans have used to mean thank George Lucas, and now the Japanese have